Want to see what I ordered from Rainbow Resource? Stick around. Hi, I'm Rebecca with the Parent Teacher Bridge, where you can find the ideas and resources you need to empower you to be your child's most influential teacher. And I have here with me today Miss Everly, and she is 5, and she's going to help me go through my Rainbow Resource box today. So before we get started, make sure you click like and subscribe. Everly, what kind of a book is this?
Handwriting.
Handwriting. What grade is this one for?
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten. Everly is not yet in kindergarten, but she is doing quite well. She just turned 5, so she would be junior kindergarten, as we call it, right? And this is the company that I used growing up, Zahner Bloser, and I'll show you a little bit of the inside. So let's see the inside of this Zahner Bloser book. We have some poetry. We have some things that you can cut out with your letters and help Marco find his way to school. And just in case your child is still struggling with the sounds that the letters make, they have some images to help your child remember those. We've got some upper and lower case. Chances to draw pictures. I like that it gives these pre-test pages to see what they do and don't know. It reinforces the left hand, right hand, shows them how to sit. And it also has these little punch out shapes. And I love this. I've taught handwriting classes in my home, and one of the things that I always do is I introduce the children to the lines, what they're called, the headline, the midline, the baseline. And so it just gives them practice making some lines. Let's get to the letters here. They're still doing lines, horizontal lines, circle lines, slant lines, all the different kinds of lines. And then it looks like in Unit 2, another poem. And at the beginning of each unit, it gives these little practice puzzles and things like that. And you don't have to teach the alphabet in handwriting in the same ABC order. Everly, what do we have next? Hold it up. Oh, Singapore Math for first grade. This is second semester because it has the letter B. It's called Primary Mathematics, but it is Singapore Math. I know that Singapore has some newer math books they are putting out, but I trust these. These served me well with my oldest child, so as long as they're selling them, I'm going to stick to that. Hi parents, do you have a struggling reader? If so, be sure to check out my free download, 5 quick tips to immediately help your struggling reader. I'm going to give you some simple and practical tips that you can implement today to make a difference in your child's reading. I know this has been a tough year, so go down to the description below and check that out. All right, Everly, what do we have next? Ooh, this is Singapore Math. So let's take a look at this one. After Christmas, I knew that we needed to get into the B books. These are Singapore Math. B indicates it's for the spring semester. So you get 2, you get a textbook and a workbook. Now, I have done a video on Level 1 Singapore. So if you'd like to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description below. But you can see the table of contents. They start right away comparing numbers, picture graphs, numbers to 40. The textbook has color in it, and I like that. You can talk to your child about what the answers are. You can write in it. I usually make some extra markings in it. You could physically get out some beans or counters to work these out. You don't just have to do it in workbook form. This is the workbook. It has a place for their name, but we write in both. And as you can see, this one doesn't have color, but it does have some activity pages that look a little bit more exciting. They have to fill in the blank. They get exposure to charts, pictographs, and they love the pictures in it. It's not colorful, but you can always add some color And I just like that it's grab and go. Now, I did not order a teacher manual for these because I do just fine without it personally, but they do offer those if you would like to order them. Everly, one more item. What else do we have? And what kind of a book is this? Handwriting. It matches the kindergarten book, except this one is for which grade level?
1.
Grade 1, first grade. So this is for Everly's brother. Let's take a look inside. This is the first grade level Zahner Bloser, and anyone that's gone through handwriting books before with their child can tell you they don't just get everything just from one book. So it's going to start a lot the same way, be divided into table of contents. It reviews some lines. It talks about evaluating which letter looks the best there as far as staying in the lines. Gives them chances to draw and a pretest to see where they are. It reviews how to sit, and then it goes straight on into writing some of the simple letters and talks about vertical lines, horizontal lines, and some of the basic strokes. It's just more condensed than the kindergarten one was. And it talks about slanting, review in the beginning of what they've probably done. And then it works on cleaning some things up, like how to space appropriately. Maybe your child knows how to do the letters, but they don't know how to space properly. So it gets into that. Talks about how to slant the letters or keep them straight. Reviews the numbers that they would have done in kindergarten. And they still get to do some pictures along the way. And it works in sentences much sooner than it did in the kindergarten book. Even writing some letters. Dear Grandpa Joe. And then at the end here, it has a little story. Mix the batter, bake the cookie. It zooms away. Write a word that tells something about the cookie man. So here your child is getting near the end of first grade, so they should be able to write out what their thought is. Both of these books at the very end, they will give you a chart. I would recommend making a copy of that chart and posting it somewhere or cutting it out. Just so your child can see this as a reference. Children often forget how to make certain letters, and they need to see as a reference if they have something backward or if they made it the incorrect way. So after tax, our total came to be $57 approximately. And remember, if you order from Rainbow Resource, you can get free shipping if you order at least $50. So this was a good deal that we had this year. If you had to order books in the middle of the school year, leave a comment below. If you are not a homeschooler and you're considering finding something like an extra workbook or some kind of resource, you might want to check out rainbowresource.com. They've served me well through the years. I'll leave a link in the description below. And also, don't forget my free download, 5 quick tips to immediately help your struggling reader. I'll leave a link to that in the description below as well. Go to theparentteacherbridge.com and find us on Facebook and Instagram as well. Remember, you are your child's